Is the world really ready for superheroes?
NERDSoul.
Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Oh yeah, we coming with another wonderful episode of Talk Shop, and we are here at the end of our read along of course, Black. And this doesn't really have a time jump from chapter 5. We are jumping straight into Code Atlantic. From Jericho, they're getting all the troops together because they have to save Kareem. And over at the Man Corporation, or the jail that they're at, which is Negro Mirate, and we're just not even gonna go there right now. There is a battle about to hop off. And you know, of course, you have O, who wants to take out the Man. And Kareem is like, yo, man, he doesn't have to die. We don't have to do it like this. And, you know, there's a battle going on while they're trying to figure out whether we should or should not kill Man, of course, Theodore Mann from Man Corporation. And there's Max, and there is a battle that is just straight eye candy. I mean, there are so many battles, so many abilities, so many things going on surrounding it. But I really want to touch on, I guess, the interpersonal relationships between Jericho and O. Because see, this is an issue where we find out they're father and son, and of course they have different ideologies and they're kind of back and forth between each other on what they should do with the Man. Because in this case, they've kind of got him surrounded. And even though he has his mechs, he has his weapons, he has his cyborgs, it does seem like he's starting to lose this battle. And since it seems like he's about to lose the battle and they're on this rooftop with just a crazy, well done fight sequence, we find out that Man has some power of his own where he's like cutting a swath through a lot of these heroes, even turning hero against hero, which is kind of weird because of course they're fighting for the same goal, but for different reasons. But of course, we're gonna get into those reasons in just a moment. And there's a lot to get into as far as what Man sees, what Jericho sees, and what O sees. But of course, Kiro Brand gonna help us pay them bills. Yeah, that's right, Kiro Brand doing their thing. Check that link below. Find yourself a shirt that you like, cop it. So let's get into the idea of prison, because Man speaks to Kareem saying that, hey, just because you're out of this prison doesn't mean you're not imprisoned, because basically we control public perception, what people think of you, how people treat you. You're always going to be imprisoned because of what we do and how we subjugate you and things of that nature. So you have this idea of O saying, well, he's got to die. But, you know, Kareem saying, well, even if he dies, it's not, you know, it's not over, because it's farther than him. It's kind of just public perception, I guess you could say, what people believe and what people feel now. And then you even have Jericho trying to sort of stop O's people from fighting while trying to save Kareem, because Kareem is kind of like the crown jewel, of course. He is the one from the Matrix that this kind of like pulls from. It's interesting seeing all of these ideas clash and come together. And there's this crazy fallout of, you know, people finally finding out only Black people having superpowers exist, and you get to see the news fallout, the investigations, the arrests, and there's just a lot of public pressure now on like the president, on senators, and you know, something that you would kind of expect to see. And you get to see Kareem kind of like grow up in this one and finally decide that he's going to become the hero that he wants to be. And you know, he kind of goes off on his own. He has his new look and everything. And I really enjoyed that in this book for what it is. But these last two issues kind of brought me down, and here's why. This book moves at a very fast pace. And normally I don't mind moving at a fast pace because I like to kind of like get in and let's just get the story started and go. But we get so much lore between issues 1 and 3, even issue 1 and 4, that I thought that 5 would be a large issue where we start to expand and find out what these relationships are, find out who these characters are, what this means, how did this start, and spend a lot of time kind of just building the groundwork of where this lore comes from, especially at issue 5 when we learn about enhancing powers, we learn about O and his team. There's so much that kind of gets brushed past. I don't think we get a lot of time to deal with and learn the things that we should know to make issue 6 matter a lot. And I mean, issue 6 is dope. The action is there, the art is there, but I do think they ratchet up the dialogue in this to a point where I say it's probably not for the kids. Issue 1, 2, 3 might have been okay for the kids, but issue 5 and 6, I'd say probably not so much. And we end up in a situation where I feel like I don't fully know the stakes, because I was expecting, you know, when I was reading issue 1 through 3, I'm like, wow, this is moving real fast. We'll probably get an issue or 2 where we slow down and we kind of like lay all this stuff at our feet and we get to learn things. But I have to say, is Black worth reading? I think it's cool. I think it has something there that you can get from it. But I do think instead of 6 issues, Black probably should have been 12. Or maybe 10. Maybe 10 would be a good solid number, because you could have spent 4 of those issues telling us about, you know, where Jericho came from, his son, how they split, how Man has been, you know, working through the years, how public pressure has, you know, imparted on Detective Waters, and, you know, how public pressure has shaped even international governments and how they're hiding out over there, and, you know, what goes on in, like, you know, maybe touching on, like, you know, Europe or Brazil, or, you know, I don't know, somewhere in Germany or something like that, to kind of show us that this is a global issue. As far as this goes, I think it's something that we need more. We need more of. I'm definitely not mad at the first 6 issues. But when I got to issue 5 and 6 and I was like, whoa, hold up. I thought I was gonna get to find out where all of this came from. I feel like we are missing some pieces. So Detective Waters, dope character. Jericho, cool character. Kareem could use a little work, but I enjoyed this for what it was. And with a cool concept and a dope premise and some art by Jamal, Igle, I definitely think you should at least check it out. So guys, since we are done at the read along, holla at me, I'm gonna holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk about Black, chapter 1 through chapter 6. How do you feel? Should they do some more? What would you like to see more of? Where did they miss the mark? Where did they, you know, hit a home run? Let's chat. So before I bounce, I gotta tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player, and don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that nerd soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart, and please be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And remember, yo, if people are fighting and you ain't got no powers, get out of the way. Peace.